Few thousand years ago, we had none of this. We didn't have our phones, we didn't have social media, no computers. Sounds pretty boring, isn't it? But nowadays, we have all of that. And for some reason, we are more depressed than ever. Our ancestors who were hunted by tigers, by lions, by bears, who literally had to fight in order to survive, they were more happy than us nowadays, who don't have to fight, who don't have to go outside, who don't have to go ahead and work hard. But for some reason, we are so damn unhappy compared to our ancestors. I'm going to show you how this modern world actually prepares you for suffering, how this modern world actually puts you in, sets you in for disaster, literally for disaster, as a man, specifically as a man in today's world. You see, back then we had to fight. Back then we had to compete in order to be the best. Back then we had these desires for status, for power, for girls. We wanted all of these desires. We wanted to have sex. We wanted to be the best one in the tribe. We wanted to be the leader. But in order to be the leader, in order to get the girls, and in order to get other men to respect us, we had to work hard. We had to go ahead and literally spend nights out there with the lions, with the tigers, literally expecting them to just chop our neck at any given time. And we did that. And those who survived thrived, because those who survived ended up feeding the whole tribe, ended up providing for the whole tribe, ended up becoming the strongest in the whole tribe. And at the end of the day, they became who they always needed to be. The leader at the main position and the main spotlight who always attracts attention, not from girls alone, but also the respect of other men as well. And as a man, you probably do know how nice it feels to see other men just respect you. Nowadays, we still care about the same thing. We still want to have sex. We still want to have this status and this power and this respect of other men. We still want that. But instead of going out there and actually going into the gym, making ourselves stronger, getting rejected by girls so that we can eventually speak with them even better, we just sit at home, type in few keywords on this site called Pornhub, and we watch sex. It's the same thing, right? So why should we go ahead there, literally spend effort where we can just go ahead and do something which is way easier? It's the same thing, right? And then when it comes down to status and power, instead of going into the gym and developing ourselves so that we look big, we look strong, we take up more space in the room, and actually speaking with other people and actually getting the respect of other men, we just go into a video game, some MMORPG or something, get the golden gun, and now out of a sudden, we are the baddest guy into the video game. So everybody respects us because of our gun, or because of our 5-star character that we just unlocked. Sounds familiar, isn't it? And now you may think that it's the same thing, right? If it was the same thing, brother, why are you not happy as the guy who goes to the gym? Why are you who play video games not happy as the guy who goes in real life and lifts weights every single day? Who levels up into the real life rather than into the imaginary life? You see, our brains sadly cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. And video games, porn, or this modern new social media and technology, the simulation of friends. Sadly, it is very easy to manipulate our brain through those things. So, if that's the case, brother, you will always choose the social media over actually going out there and speaking with new people. You will always choose to play the video games rather than go out there and actually go into the gym, work out, and become even bigger. You will always choose to watch porn rather than go outside, speak with girls, get rejected until you finally land a hit and have sex in real life. You will always choose the easier over the hard one. And now, as I said, like I kind of have a deja vu because few years ago, 2 years ago, I literally had the same thing, the same vision whenever it comes down to doing this stuff. I thought they were crazy, just as you probably think right now. But that is because we were conditioned, you and I were conditioned to think about this as an easier way out of life. We were conditioned about that. And now, as I said, it sounds weird even to me that I have come to a place inside my life where I can actually go out there, speak with new people, get sex right now, this day, and get respect from other men. Because I deserve it. It sounds very weird. But trust me, just try it. Go wander, at least for a week. Start going to the gym. Start speaking with girls, with new guys, with new friends, making new friends. Explore. Be this guy who levels up into real life rather than into a video game. It's literally the same thing, brother. You level up into video games, but you don't have anything to keep. But you level up into real life, you keep everything. So instead of leveling up into a video game, which can at any time just get deleted and that's it, why not just level up into something that you have full control over it? That is your life. Why not go out there and level up with social connections, with girls, in the gym? Why not go out there and even explore? Just go on to some quests, go do some quests to literally discover the map. You know how in some specific games where, I don't know, some RPG games, you had this map on the corner of the screen, like it was usually about here, and you had to follow it. But whenever you first began the game, you always had this like blacked out with black clouds or with black something. It wasn't there. It was just covered with something. And until you unlocked some specific waypoint, that map stayed the same. But once you actually unlock this specific waypoint, now just this whole new area just pops unlocked and you can see everything inside there. You can see where the tavern is, you can see where the summoner's rift is, you can see where the stones are, the mountains are, where this character sleeps, where your house is, you can see everything. And then you have these other spaces which are still blacked out that you still have to discover. I'm talking about that, my friend. You need to go outside and explore and discover this map for yourself. That is how you level up into real life. And at the end of the day, let me ask you one thing. Once you have discovered, once you are like level 30 out of 60 inside real life, do you believe that you would be happier than these guys who still play video games, who still are level 100 in Minecraft, but have no experience in real life? Do you believe that you would be happier than these guys over here, who are still at level 1, who have no clue how to speak with guys, and who have no clue how to speak with girls? Of course you will be. You will be so much more happier than these guys over here. So, what is there to think about, my friend? You may have like this limiting beliefs right now. Oh, but 1 hour of video game is fine. No, it's not fine. It's not fine. It's just enough to get you hooked. 1 hour of video game is not enough to enjoy the video game. It's simply not enough. You need to have at least 3 hours of good solid gaming in order for you to actually enjoy the video game. I speak from experience right now, bro. I tried this for a week and I hated it. I always wanted to play more, but I just simply stopped. And that is how I quit basically. I just limited myself to only 1 hour of video game for a week. And the game got so boring to me that I just quit completely. So, you can try the same thing whenever it comes down to quitting, but if you plan to do this for your entire life, just get real, get back into reality, bro. And right now, just take your hand and slap yourself like this. Imagine that was me. Slap yourself right now, bro, and imagine that was me. You see, 1 hour of video game is just enough so that you stay hooked to the old addiction. It's like, I don't know, going to the doctor, trying to get your head fixed because accidentally you smacked your head against the wall. He puts the wires, he wires your head up, he makes it good, and then you go back home. You see the same wall, the same place, the same thing where you actually tripped, and you purposefully go there. You trip yourself one more, and you go there and literally smack yourself once more. It's literally doing that. 1 hour of video game is scope. And you may think, but porn actually helps me relax. Porn actually helps me sleep. Really? If that's the case, brother, how much more would a girl serve you? A real life girl. How much more would she serve you? Have you ever asked yourself that question? If not, brother, just come back to reality and try this for a week. Yes, that's all I ask. A week. Try to go without it for a week. Try to go without it so that you can realize that porn is a cope as well. So that you can realize that after you have actually made your sleep schedule, after that you have actually tired yourself up and went to the gym and went out there, explored, spoke with people, actually spent the energy inside you on the meaningful things rather than just doing this for the whole day. After you tire yourself up, then you can go ahead and try to sleep. That will probably be the best sleep that you have ever had inside your life. And you may think, but social media is the way to go. Today's world is all on social media. If that's the case, man, how many friends on the social media have you actually met inside real life? How many friends can you actually call right now and know that they will actually come and help you out if you're in trouble right now? How many? 1, 2, none at all? How many, brother? In my case, I had none of them. In your case, probably the same way. So if that's the thing, brother, why not go out there and actually make meaningful connections with other people? Literally, every single thing that you can think of right now will try to protect this modernity of this world. But the more you try to protect this, the more harm you do to yourself. So just realize this, brother, and put your trust into my brain for at least a week instead of your, and then we can see what happens. Sounds good? Okay. And if you want somebody to help you out and push you forward, help you out with life, help you out with this thing that I just told you, well then you can go ahead and join my free school community. I believe it was the first link of the description. It's called The Growth, and I will see you inside there, brother. Bye bye.